And we're back on Good Morning Sri Lanka. In case you just tuned in, you missed out on the Sri Lanka International Design Performing Arts Festival that we here just a few minutes ago. Fortunately, you missed it. But don't worry, you can always search for the keywords on YouTube, GMSO, and find the show. Right now, we have our go-to lady, our childcare specialist. She's awesome because she's always such a joy. We have Arundhati Sivagurunadan on the show to speak about what to get your kid on Christmas.
Yes, that's a very important question, isn't it? I mean, you said earlier that it's all right when they're about 7 years and upwards, you can sort of get them what they want. We were speaking during the break because their interests, they have their own interests. But getting gifts for children from 0 to 7, what's that like?
Interesting.
So interesting.
Well, the first thing is, the thing about the child is, the beautiful thing about the child is they always develop, their mind changes so fast, and you know, it's not only their mind development, physically, their language skills, so they have so many options to look into, right? When you're choosing a child, a gift. So first thing you should keep in mind is like, okay, for example, you go to a toy shop and the first experience is you're like overwhelmed with the whole selection now.
That's right.
Yes.
It's like so much to
Because every year there's this one toy that every kid wants. Mom, I want this Iron Man toy, whatever it is. No trademark Nintendo. But you know, like Iron Man or Superman or something. Every year there's one specific toy that every kid
whole
wants.
set going on, and
There
they
you go.
want that thing. But then the thing you should keep in mind is, how does it help the child, right?
Okay.
So we need to understand through play, the child is going through a huge learning process as well.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
It's just not giving a toy. Right? There is an optimal development in the child in that age group, especially from 0 to 5.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
So when you choose your toys, it has to be very carefully chosen. Maybe you can start off with seeing how long the child will be interested in that toy. Like sometimes the child throws it off in 2 days, right? So it's like,
Probably.
it's really no point buying the effort or the money thrown into it, right? So then it's durability, how strong the toy is, to keep up all the pressure it's going to be.
Because the child is just going to take the toy and throw it across the room at some point of time as well. So that might happen.
And of course, safety factor. You really need to look into the safety aspect when you buy toys for your children.
No Legos. Legos is bad. I don't even think they sell those anymore.
They do.
Oh, they do. Yes.
I thought it was like cause choking and stuff. That's why like. Anyways, I'm going on a ramble here.
Yeah, talking about choking, that's a good point you have made, because
I knew it.
Just so happy he made a good point.
I know.
I did actually. Now that is generally children from 0 to 3.
Right.
Because that time children bite everything, even stick things in their ears and nose, because this is the way they experience their body signals as well, right? So you need to understand this. So they say specifically when you're choosing a gift for them, it should be larger than, you know, those film barrels where you put the film reels in. It should be something larger than that.
Okay.
Right? And even if it's like a puzzle or Lego pieces which you can separate, it should be larger than that, so the child can't choke.
Right.
So just have to keep that in mind.
I see. Okay.
Now, since you
That's a
brought
good
up useful things for Christmas, would it be right for me to give my 3-year-old child a calculator?
Well, it is, but then he would know how to use it, right? So you're thinking of the development age appropriately.
Right. But wouldn't Mother Nature like figure a way out of him just, you know, figuring how to use it or not?
Yeah, he'll figure out that, you know, when you punch in, there are visual numbers on it, but he might not be able to recognize
What the
it
numbers
is.
are.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's true. So, but when it comes to, you know, dolls and things like that, there are certain particular types of dolls that, you know, some people criticize, saying that it gives young girls the wrong impression of what a woman should be like and things like that. You know, very high-flown ideas when you talk about a 5-year-old. But does it actually impact them when it comes to their developmental stages?
Yeah. We're going to this very sensitive topic of the pink and the blue war.
Yes, yes,
So
somewhere there.
toys are very gender discriminated, right? Especially like when we're asking about buying toys now, especially for Christmas, all families go through this whole tamasha of finding what to buy. Like if it's a boy, it's basically very
G.I. Joes.
aggressive, violent, like things like either wrestling games or soldiers or
G.I. Joes.
yeah, G.I.
G.I.
Joes is a
Joes.
soldier, right? Okay.
I got it.
And swords, everything,
Touche.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all aggressive, like very gender based, like very strict gender based. And for girls, as you said, well, self appearance, like Barbie dolls, accessories, dresses, everything in pink, right?
Yes.
So I feel this gender base is through media. Right?
Right.
So every child should be given the opportunity to play with everything.
That's true.
Because it's a huge potential. What you're building up is, what you're doing it with the toys generally, is you're teaching a child to gain skills, right?
Okay.
In many ways, right? And optimizing their talents. So we can't have a huge gender base here, right? But if you balance it, have a neutral phase and maybe give it, you know, a balance of what
Right.
you're buying the child. You might have optimize their development better.
Let me just
Yeah.
clear this up. What you're saying is it's okay to give your son
A
Barbie
doll. Oh gosh, this is such a common question. What is wrong with a boy playing with a Barbie doll?
I don't know, but something says I shouldn't.
That's because it's in your mind from small days that their father says dolls are for girls. And you have boys' toys, your sister plays with girls' toys. But what if you see it in different perspective? There's a doll, it's a Barbie doll.
Okay.
What do you do with the Barbie doll?
You dress it up and
Make
stuff.
believe. Yeah, you have pretend scenarios where
Yeah.
the Barbie goes
So
and
what
meets
are you
other
learning?
Barbies.
What are you learning? If you are looking at the development concept, is you are learning a different skill of dressing a baby up,
Right.
right? Or as you said, imagination skills, which is very high when they are 2 to 3 years old.
Right.
I see.
Right?
Okay. Then when if
Right.
you take a G.I. Joe,
You're just what are you teaching? Is aggressive behavior, shooting.
Yeah,
And-
on that question, I
Yeah.
mean, what about giving children even things like water pistols or soldiers, as you mentioned earlier, or even
Action
there
figures.
are action figures, yes, Jason, as well as video games.
I'm
that,
still waiting for Batman to come up.
oh, Batman,
Batman will come up at some point during this program. I'm sure it will. But again, what are these engendering violence among children? I mean, should you sort of not do that then, where you give even a water pistol and shoot water at someone? That seems to be fine on the surface.
So you
But-
can't control the entire pattern of life, right? Because these things have been given from generations to generations to generations. That's why I said it's a huge pink and blue war
So it's
going on.
inbuilt in
right?
our DNA. Is that what you're saying?
No, it is not. The environment is creating it. Nothing is built in your DNA except potential and skills and talent, right?
Okay.
So it's how you get it out from the child.
Yeah.
So for your question is, as I said, try not to choose toys which are very aggressive or feminine.
Yeah.
Find something where the child can use and learn. Say for example, say you have a 4-year-old kid, a girl. Rather than you always wanting to buy her Barbie dolls or makeup sets or jewelry, which is always making you enhance your looks.
Yes.
Right? So the child only thinks on those lines
Right,
because
yeah.
that's the way it is. And then that maybe you could give a
baseball.
toolbox.
Toolbox.
Toolbox. I mean, women should know how to fix things. There's nothing wrong
That's
with that.
definitely
Yeah.
true. Yes, and I remember getting a
That is
toolbox
definitely
once, Christmas.
Not true.
It was a tent and all. So I used to set up the tent, and then there were bolts and nuts that I had to screw into place, and that was a lot of fun.
Did it
I
crash at the
enjoyed
end?
that. No, it didn't. My tent
See?
stayed up without any problems,
See?
Jason. Yes,
Italy
so I
is
agree with that.
huge.
I think that you have to find neutral toys where you can anyone can enjoy it, no matter what the gender
Encourage.
or whatever the age.
Encourage the potential.
What about a tickle me Elmo? Where does that come into play?
Where's the development in that? What are you trying to develop? tickling skills.
Tickling, maybe you become the world's best tickler. Look out.
Really, a 5-year-old who can tickle really well is not something any parent wants
I
around.
don't think he's going to make anything of himself there, but okay.
Darn it.
Yeah, yes. But sharing is something else that children learn through toys most of the time. But how can you really make sure that your child has the correct values in place as well when it comes to toys?
Yeah.
Children hate sharing toys because it's a treasure to them, right?
Yeah.
So, but with age it changes. Like, you know, this the whole entire possessive thing is there till they're about 4 because they're scared that the child is going to take away the other friend is going to take their toy home.
Right.
But that is all right. Sharing comes automatically. But when a child is fighting over a toy, you should always let them sort it out without getting involved.
By themselves.
Yeah. They
Here's
do.
the problem. Okay, in my experience, I have these. Remember that cousin that I always keep bringing up?
Yeah.
I've got this other cousin that every Christmas they fight with each other. So I mean, they literally fight. Like they're boys. Like I don't know what they are. They're like animals when they fight. Do I not intervene in that?
Not unless somebody is really hurting somebody really
they're getting
badly.
hurt pretty bad.
Okay, then you should intervene. But other than that, they generally sort their problems out.
Right.
So children are a bit more resilient than we give them credit for, right? They can sort out their own problems and they don't need adults around as much. So when you walk into a toy store and your child is really asking you to buy him or her a toy that you don't think is appropriate, what can you do to pacify the child and sort of steer her in another direction, him or her?
See, again, you can't pacify a child when they say they want something, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right? So you should balance the options. Like if she wants something, okay, which is not very harmful, which she can use. So we need to we actually stepped one thing forward because we need to always figure out the safety factor of the toys. Right? That is 100% concentration when you're buying toys.
Right.
So one thing is how the toy is built, the material which is used.
Okay.
Right? It has to be 100%
So it's
non-toxic.
non-toxic.
Right?
Okay.
It has to be there. And then how heavy the toy is.
Okay.
Right? How heavy the toy is, because if it falls on you, it's going to hurt you. And whether the child is physically ready. So, say for your question, say if you take even a 3-year boy to a toy shop, they want a bicycle. Right? Because all the friends, all the boys
cousins
are
maybe,
having bicycles, right? So generally what parents do is they try to buy a bicycle which the child can use till they're about 5. Right? Because of the cost factor.
Yeah.
But the thing is, can the child handle this bike physically?
When they're 3 years old, when they're buying a 5-year-old
so they are
bike.
going to hurt themselves, right?
Yes.
And so those are things. So if the child is asking for something like really non-relevant and maybe he has like 10 of that at home, I think no is a very good answer than trying to say yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's one thing that happens a lot that I see every Christmas season.